Hey friends, Todd Chipman here, Dean of Graduate Studies, Associate Professor of Biblical Studies at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, teaching pastor at Masters Community Church. A joy to be with you today as we look to 76 years ago today. Geerhardus Vos went to be with the Lord. I want to think with you today about biblical theology. Vos born in 1862 in the Netherlands. When he turned 19, his dad was a pastor and accepted a position at a Reformed congregation in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he moved with his dad. A couple years later, he enters Princeton Seminary, studies there, completes his degree, and goes back to Europe, University of Strasbourg, for his PhD, completes that. Another teaching assignment in the United States before he lands at Princeton as the first professor of biblical theology when he was just 30 years old, and he held that position for 40 years. That is remarkable just to think about what a legacy he had there, teaching alongside of great J. Gresham Machen, B.B. Warfield, and he had a great influence even from Abraham Kuyper, Herman Bavinck when he was in Europe and studying there. Such a rich education and educator in Geerhardus Vos. 40 years teaching there at Princeton. He retires and had even a fruitful retirement. This volume was published just 1 year before he went to be with the Lord. And here we have, in many ways, the fruit of his labor as a scholar coming together in one volume, looking at the basic principles of biblical theology from a very mature perspective. And we see points of contact from here to even modern scholars. The 40 Questions series on biblical theology, these authors influenced by Vos. Kostenberger and Patterson, or Goswell's volume here, the full biblical theology, the Old and New Testament, highly influenced also by Vos. I want to recommend this volume to you and just the introductory chapter. If you would just read the first 20 pages or so, so much here that is helpful for us even today, thinking about how God has revealed himself. And the important note that underscores biblical theology, progressive revelation, and seeing that as foundational for understanding all of Scripture. It's progress, and then synthesizing after that analysis. Listen to just a couple of phrases from the introduction here of Vos's work, thinking about the way that God has revealed himself. Biblical theology is that branch of exegetical theology which deals with the process of the self-revelation of God deposited in the Bible. Genesis to Revelation. Happy reading. Grab hold of this volume. For more book chats, go to biblicalstudies.com. For classes on biblical theology, join us at MBTS.